Yo, 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 what's up, coach? Welcome back to the podcast. Today is episode 236. Hopefully, you are caught up with all the episodes that we've had this week. If you're not, go back to 232 and start from there. And if you're brand new, go back to episode 143. I believe that's when we started our daily podcast here. And it's crazy. We've almost done 100 daily podcasts in a row. That's going to be a milestone that we're going to hit here, I guess, in a week or a week and a half from now. And today's episode is about a conversation I had with my mentor that changed my whole perspective. And I'll let you be kind of a fly on the wall here, and I'll try to reenact this conversation we had. But this was my first real mentor a long, long time ago. This was right after I started my business. And I remember at that time I was very lost. I was very confused. I never had done had a business before. And I just didn't have any direction, right? I was like a lost puppy in the Texas woods that didn't know where to go. That's where I was. And I remember sitting down with this guy, and he had a successful business before. And he did it in tennis. He was a very successful tennis trainer. And I figured, if I have a sit-down convo with this guy, this could really help. This could help me, get more disciplined. He could show me some good tips. I was a tip seeker back then. Now I'm an action taker. There's a complete difference there. I almost said completely different difference. That doesn't make sense. And we sat down, and here's how the conversation went. He was like, "Well, Ben, tell me about your business." And I probably said something very nervously. I just probably didn't have a lot of confidence in my voice, but I told him, I was like, "Well, I do private soccer training." He was like, "Well, why? Why do you do that?" And I was like, "Well, I feel like there's a good opportunity to help kids one-on-one. There's not a lot of coaches that are doing that." And he was like, "Well, why is that important to you?" And when he said that, I was like, "Dude, stop asking me questions." I was like, "I already told you why." But what he did was every time he asked me, "Well, why do you want to do that?" I would tell him something, and he'd be like, "Well, why is that important?" And then I would tell him and be like, "Well, why?" And what he did was he asked me why. I counted 7 times. And by the 7th time, I ended up telling him the truth about why I started that business. And here's why I initially started my business, is because when I was a kid, I lacked self-confidence. And I learned self-confidence as I got older, when I got to college. And I wanted someone to help me with that when I was a kid. And that doesn't mean I had terrible parents or anything. I just didn't have anyone that I learned. I never learned about self-confidence. And that really kept me in a shell, personally in my social life and as a soccer player. And once I started to learn about that, I was like, wow, man, I wish I had this when I was a kid. And that's the real reason why I started my business. It all circled back to that. And it was funny because my first answer to his question when he said why, it was because there's an opportunity to do this. Right? It has nothing to do with my real reason of why I wanted to do this. Right? And so I want to challenge you right now. Why did you start your business, or why do you want to start your business? And here's what I'm doing this for the first 10 coaches who take action. Very, very simple. As you know, I'm a very simple Texan. I like to make things very easy. If you go to Instagram and send me a message and you explain, you say, "Hey, Ben, here's why I started," or "Here's why I want to start my program." Either one. And you can clearly explain it and tell me the real reason. Don't be like, "Well, I want to start so I can make more money." That's not a real reason. Everyone wants to make more money. But tell me the real reason, the truthful reason why. All right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the most committed coaches who take action on this, the ones who give me the best responses, the most truthful responses. And I'm going to take the first 10 coaches, and I'm going to give each of you, only the first 10, I'm going to give each of you free access to our next mastermind call, right? And that call is going to happen on next Tuesday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you free access. If you like it, you stay in the program. If you don't like it, great. But I'm going to just give you access to the call so you can see how the program works. I want to let you experience it. And normally I would never do stuff like this. Like if you go back to episode 200, I gave some coaches a free trial to the program. Like normally don't do stuff like this. This is for loyal listeners only. If you already did the free trial and, or if you're already part of the program, like you're going to be on the call anyways. But this is for you if you're serious. So tell me, what is the real reason why you are starting your business or why you want to start? And I'll hook you up with access to that. If you just give me a really generic answer, I'm probably not going to respond. So just tell me the truthful reason why. All right. And this helps you become more clear on how to become more successful when you understand the real reason. All right. That's it. Send me that message straight away. Again, I'm taking the first 10 like truthful answers here. And that's it. Hopefully that's you. So sack up, take action, and hopefully I'll see you on Instagram this weekend. That's it. See ya.